I don't want y'all to just think I'm just talking. I left college. I'm not going back there. So this was like the breaking point for me. Like, I gotta get out of here moment for me. I went home for spring break. That was about around March.
Yeah, let's go. Bitch got a backwood on her nightstand. She must be fucking with Ghana. Yeah. I fuck with sluts and we gonna eat rats. And I came with some fucking piranhas. Yeah. Out of the Scotty, I got him out one. Need somebody grow me a tree. Came out the hood in my truck, got a hood knock. I got the car with no keys. Beat it, she for the.
What is up, my boogie babies? It's your girl Naboo in the hood. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a life update, what's been going on since I left for college. So I graduated last June, and I went to college like a few days afterwards for the summer term. I went to Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. That's where I went. That's where I've been for the past year. So we're just gonna like get this video in there because I don't want to just come back to YouTube and just upload a bunch of stuff and y'all like, who even is she? So I just want to update y'all on everything that's been going on. Okay, summer semester. Last year in June, I went to school. It was the most scariest thing I've ever done in my life. It was the most riskiest thing I've ever done because going to school in Florida, that's where the school is, guys. Going to school in Florida and, you know, being an out-of-state student, it's not easy and it's not cheap. So it was really risky for me to go there, but I did it. I left everything I knew behind and I did it, and I do not regret it at all. So boom, you know, maybe things will change. I doubt it, but I'm not going back to college. So I just want to really give y'all the real spill, okay? Okay, so in June, I left for the summer semester. It was only like a few weeks long, about 5-6 weeks long. I had the time of my life. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it. 10 out of 10. If you want to go to FAMU for summer, I highly recommend it. Forget what everybody else says. I had an amazing time there and I would do it. I would go there for only summer semesters if I had the option. I was partying. I made a bunch of friends. I'm gonna show y'all everything. I was partying. I made a bunch of friends, you know. I was really like getting the feel of being on my own. Fast forward, fall semester. Well, I went home, had a great time with my family. Fall semester comes, I have an even better time. At this point, guys, I didn't tell y'all, but I had my own apartment in Florida for the fall semester, which was about 13 weeks long. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. It's about 4 or 3 months long. Okay, so I stayed there in my own apartment. It was a great experience, and then again, it was like a really like awful experience because it was great having my own space, but I didn't have a car. It was great, you know, not having to follow anybody's rules, like with the dorms and stuff, like no roommates. But I did have a roommate. I had 2 roommates, but one was across from me and one was downstairs, and it was like a full, you know, apartment. So it was like a lot of pros and cons. So it was like really hard for me to get to school every day because I was literally paying for Uber, so that was a lot on me. And the rent was like super high, and I wasn't as motivated because I wasn't on campus enough to get the resources and being around the right people and the right environments to, you know, just succeed when it comes to like the academic part. This is gonna be all over the place, but just bear with me. I'm just trying to take y'all through what I was going through, but within the last year that made me get to this point. So it's gonna be everywhere. Fall came, it was homecoming for FAMU, which is like a week-long event of like parties during the day, during the night, concerts, celebrities come, they perform. It's a bunch of different like activities like that. It's really fun. I had an amazing time. I partied a lot. I was with my roommate from the summertime, Brooklyn. I was with her throughout that whole time, and I was with a few other friends. So yeah, I was with them while we was partying. It was great. I'm gonna show y'all all the videos, all the clips. I was taking mad pictures for Instagram. Finally, I was getting into my groove. I wasn't posting as much on YouTube. I was supposed to vlog, but I didn't. You know, it's moving like it's like the fast life down there. Like things, something to do. It's either studying, homework, sleep, study again, party, club, another club, no sleep, another club, another club. Like that's the vibe. So it's like it's a lot to balance, and then once you're so new to it, you get hooked on it. You're like, I love this, like I'm lit, like I'm yeah. And I was just posting for Instagram, and y'all are being crazy. You want to say hi to my YouTube video, baby? Look, say hi to the baby. This is the white one. Her is all white. Her is 5 weeks old, and hers ready to mingle. Sorry. What was I saying? I got to see the City Girls. I got to see Saucy Santana, Kylie. We seen Babyface Ray, No Cap, Glorilla. We seen so many celebrities for, you know, the fall semester. It was amazing. It was great. There's just some things that you just get tired of, and something that I just couldn't fully like say, yeah, this is great. This is what I want to commit to for the next 6 years of my life. Because I was studying psychology. It's 4 years for your bachelor's, 2 years for your master's. Every licensed therapist, which is I wanted to be a psychotherapist, so every licensed therapist has to have their master's degree, so I would have been there for 6 years. There was some things I just didn't want to do. And if y'all know me, the OG supporters, the OG Bama Lamb, they know, y'all know that I never wanted to go to college. That was never a part of the game plan. YouTube was always the plan. That was it. God says, and this, God says this. This was always the plan. That was it. So for me to up and go to college randomly, it was like, what is she doing? So there's a reasoning for that. I might open up and tell y'all about that. We don't know. For those who know, you know, but whatever. But before I went, I said I would only go for a year, and that's exactly what happened, guys. I stayed for a year. I fell in love with it. As much as I fell in love with it and almost really considered staying, I still was ready to wrap that up by the time, you know, the next year came up, which is now. So that's why I'm coming back here. So back to here as in like my city, like Pittsburgh. So boom. Fall was amazing, great. I give it like a good 7 out of 10. Academically, I did horrible. I didn't know what I was doing. I was taking a good like 4 or 5 classes. I had no idea what was going on. I was failing everything. There was getting workloads on top of workloads, parties on top of parties. It was just something I wasn't used to. So I just completely flopped when it came to that. Spring came around. I was back on campus and I was staying in towers. I was having a great time. I had a roommate. I was having a great time when it came to like my academics. I was finally getting a hang of getting everything together, like how to study correctly, making it on time, balancing partying and not partying. I didn't really party that much, but it's compared to fall at least. So I got everything under control. Like I was able to get in the habits that I wanted to get in, as in like working out and dancing and making videos again. Like I was able to get it all under control. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. But there was something missing. The end of the semester rolls around. No, I'm lying. This was like the breaking point for me. Like this was like the I gotta get out of here moment for me. I went home for spring break. That was about around March, and I was hanging with my family and my friends, and everything was just so perfect. It was great. And I had this experience where I was laughing with one of my friends, and it was like I was like, dang, like I don't remember the last time I laughed. Like this feels great. Like this is crazy. Like I never noticed how much I don't laugh in Florida, like how much I don't laugh in school. Like, and that was just it for me. I'm like, I'm not happy there. That was what it was. Like I was able to balance everything, but I wasn't doing what I wanted to do in my heart. My heart wasn't happy. Like I wasn't doing YouTube. I wasn't posting on Instagram at all. I wasn't spending time with friends, like home friends. There's a difference between like college friends and like friends you grew up with, like your people, you know? Being in college, you have to like really be around people you don't know. You have to kind of like force yourself to meet people and be comfortable around people. I do have very, very close friends that I did hang with that did get me through. It was just a lot of like fake friends and weird situations and weird vibes and hollow people, no one you can connect with. Like it gets hard out there sometimes. Like it gets hard, and I'm already somebody that's to themselves. Like I'm already like very private and secluded. Like I'd rather be like with my people I already know. So it was like hard for me when I got home, and I realized like so many different things. Like I was able to see what I was doing and how I was living in Florida way differently. Like I just wasn't doing what I wanted to do. Like that just wasn't what I wanted to do. And I was trying to remember like this was never a part of the plan. I was never supposed to go to school for years. I was never supposed to force myself in this situation. Like this was never supposed to be my situation. So, and it's not too late. Like I'm able to change it. So I talked to my dad about it, and he was completely supportive. He was happy to say like, come back home. Like we would love to have you back home. And I was also having family issues here, like just with, because the whole dynamic of my household just changed without me, because there's only 4 of us. So it's like, it was just a lot of different factors. Most of it, number 1 was my mental health. 2 was, you know, the career path. That wasn't the career path I wanted at all. Number 3 would have been my family. And number 4, like, it was very expensive. Like, it was very, very expensive. I had some very, very, very nightmare roommate stories that I could tell you from the fall semester. I'd probably tell them in story times maybe one day, but I had some like really messed up professors. I had some like really shady stuff go on that I don't really mind. I don't even care to mention, because in the past I wouldn't change anything about my family experience. I love it. I would love to go back if I had like everything together. Like if I had a car, if I like had the money to just travel and just do YouTube consistently and like just get paid from it and just not have to worry about like all the money and like the things. Like if I was more stable, you know, like own place, own car, own money, I would be able to manage just going to school. I can't manage that extra stress of going to school. It's so much studying, so much homework, so much office hours, meetings, homework, parties, sleep, tired, exhausted, good days, bad days, so much to balance, and then just get all the minor inconveniences in between that. So it's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a completely different lifestyles. It moves very fast. Like, it was just a lot, even for me. And I like being busy. I like being challenged. I like having a lot going on. But that was just too much, especially for it to be related to nothing that I wanted to do long term with my life. So I hope all that makes sense. I don't know how long this video might be. Hopefully it's not too long. I'm back home in Pittsburgh. I got all of my stuff from back home. I said goodbye to all my friends, and it was crazy. Like, right after I came home from spring break, I had about 2 months left. I gave myself those 2 months to really solidify my decision, even though I really already knew that's what I needed. It was like I was going through like the spring semester. I was like very, very low. Like, I was super unhappy. I was forcing myself to do everything. I was forcing myself to make the videos, to dress up, to dance. I was forcing myself to do everything. Like, nothing was bringing me happiness anymore. Like, I was going into a dark space. Like, I was like extremely unhappy. Like, you know how unhappy you have to be to forget what it feels like to laugh? Like, that was bad. And I'm a very happy, bubbly person, so that was a lot for me. Look at him, man. Look at him. Him 5-week-old too, right? Okay, so right after I gave myself the 2 months, I didn't change my answer. I just was soaking everything in. I really was just partying just to remember it, make memories. I did things I never did. I was just going to events more. I was just really putting my all into it to make sure that's what I really wanted. I was filling out and looking at all the other options I had, you know, just when it came to like summer school, or if I decided to stay, or if I decided to go back. I just looked at every single option. I didn't just decide to give up or just say, oh, I don't like this, it's not for me, I'm gonna just go. Like, I really loved it, and I wish it didn't have to be that way. I wish I could take that mentally right now to stay there, because I don't, you know, I loved it there. Like, I don't want to leave, but it's just not for me right now. It's not my path. It's just not for me, and everybody around me respects it. Y'all have always been my #1 supporters. I know y'all are gonna completely understand and be supportive of it, whatever I do. I know y'all are glad to have me back, because y'all really truly have my full attention. I just took this last 2 months at home, month and a half, since I've been back, since the spring semester ended, to like just really get my mental health back together. I was supposed to be doing my hair. Oh my gosh, I literally just went this whole video looking like a rag doll. Why didn't y'all say anything? Y'all didn't even remind me, like, hey, you look goofy, you're supposed to be doing your hair right now. Maybe I didn't tell y'all that I was supposed to be doing my hair. Oh gosh. Okay, where did I leave off? Okay, after spring break, I gave myself time, partied hard, lived it up. My decision stayed the same. I was growing more and more happy to leave, more than I was like being sad that I'm leaving, you know? So that's how I knew that I really needed to go. And of course I was praying about the situation. My lips look horrible. My lips are peeling, okay? They're not crusty, they're peeling. They peel every day, okay? Just don't look, it's a process. I prayed about the situation. God revealed to me exactly what I needed to do. I did it. It was crazy to come back, you know, get all my stuff packed up, tell everybody the news, explain it to everybody, debate with everybody, because everybody was trying to convince me to stay. Everybody was trying to convince me to change my major and just do all these things that wouldn't change how I'm feeling. Like, I was unhappy there with everything I was doing. There's nothing that could have made me like it more, other than they did talk to me about, I'm lying, they did talk to me about changing my major to social media, like journalism, so I can incorporate more of my time into like doing things like that. But even if I was to change my major to something that like related to social media, I already enjoyed my major a lot. So if I would have changed it to something more related to social media, I don't think that would have been like, it's not even really related to social media, it's more like news reporting and stuff. So it was like, I don't know, it wasn't really what I wanted, and I still would have been unhappy outside of that, you know, when it comes to everything else. So I just needed to get out of there, and I was in a really dark space, and I just didn't need to stay there any longer. So yeah, I came back home, and everybody welcomed me, of course. Not that many people know that I decided to like leave college for good. You know, you guys are the first to know, so that's great. What else did I want to say? I've been doing better mentally now. Like, I'm not in that dark space, thanks to God, thanks to my sister, and you know, the loved ones around me. So I've been doing better these last like 2 months. You know, obviously I'm here recording 2 videos in one day. I've been spending a lot of time with friends, like resting, and with God, like heavily. So things are about to be a lot better, and you know, your girl's monetized now. So if you had a few ads in this video, be happy for me. I don't even think I shared that with you guys. Like, your girl's monetized now. All these years I was not monetized, for those who didn't know. So Congratulations, Nine. Okay, this video is getting a little lengthy, so I'm gonna have to get to my vlog, back to my vloggy vlog. I love y'all. I hope this made sense. I hope y'all can relate or understand where I'm coming from or take some type of inspiration from this, because if you don't want to do something, you don't like your situation, change it. You have the power to change it. You know yourself the best. Get out of there quickly, okay? If you're thinking about going to college, do it. If you're thinking about leaving college, do it. If that's what feels right, do it. Follow your heart. Don't let nobody else influence you. You already know the answer. That's what I've been trying to tell myself. Like, you have God within you. He's talking to you. He's telling you in your intuition, in your heart. You already know the answer. Get out up there while you can, okay? Stay tuned for more videos. Follow me on all my social medias, guys. I love you. I gotta get to my errands and stuff and get ready for the day and get out of here. I love you so much. If you're new, thank you so much. If you made it to the end, hit the like button for me. Be ready for my next video. Follow me on my Instagram. Follow my Instagram, my Snapchat, Pinterest, TikTok, everything. All right, I'm out.